Hi everyone, I'm making this video not for fun, but to give some information about our experience with Dubai International Airport after Iran war started. There are some videos on Instagram and YouTube showing crowds stranded in airport in early days of drone attack, especially after the first drone interception on Palm Jumeirah. At that time, people just panicked and wanted to get any flight that was available. So obviously there was mayhem in the airport. Actually, that day we were in Palm Jumeirah, right on top of Nakheel Mall Pointy Tower, taking pictures of sunset that day, not knowing what was going to happen. After that, Dubai was not the same anymore. Anyway, on 4th March, a friend dropped us off in Dubai International Airport. We went there just to gather some information and assess the situation personally rather than looking at Instagram videos. Please make a note that many of those videos are fake. Inside the airport, people were calm. No one was making any noise. Of course, there were guards everywhere. So I think that's why people were behaving. We went to Emirates counter and a lovely lady called Mel was outside the queue and she was helping people like us. She took our details of the flight that got cancelled and she went around for a bit and she came back giving a date. I said to her, I'm not in a hurry to fly straight away, and I thought I should give preference to those who are stuck and don't have accommodations and who are desperate to fly. Because I saw a woman in tears and there was another woman in a panicky state and there were kids crying. But Mel said to me, take what I can offer you now and leave because things can get worse and every day things were changing. And if the crisis escalates, God knows what will happen. So she rebooked our flight on 8th early hours, and with that confirmation email, we set off. But we realized that that situation can change any minute and flights can still be cancelled. All in all, we waited for about 30 to 40 minutes in the terminal, which was not bad at all considering the crisis we were in. In all that time, people were calm, staff were calm, and everyone was behaving well. No one was staring each other like in the fake videos. Then we jumped into metro and set off to Marina where our apartment is. We were calm at the time, looking around from the front part of the metro with no driver. It is a different experience for people who have not seen this before. But then some more action started with sirens and drone alerts, and we felt Mel was right after all. It is not a holiday anymore, and it can be life-threatening. And we can't stay there anymore with unpredictable drone attacks. Interception is good, but until then I didn't know that intercepted drone and debris can fall anywhere, on any tower and on anybody. So these sirens and drone attacks were driving people crazy, and of course everyone was so stressed out. So on 7th December we started early anticipating trouble. We packed most of our things. Usually I leave some in the apartment, but this time I had to pack. Whilst in the taxi, the driver told us that drone debris fell in Al Barsha, and we later on came to know that there was a taxi man who got killed on the road. Our driver was driving really fast and it was unnerving at times. I was thinking I'm going to be finished off in the road traffic accident even before reaching airport. But we reached the airport, safe. But then the action started and mayhem started. As we were unloading our stuff, sirens went off, alerts came on phone and on watch, and staff came out onto the road saying, get inside, get inside. And me with my trolley being pushed sideways and luggage falling off. But that was not the time for vanity or keeping up appearances. I was on sheer survival mode. My heart missed a few beats and my chest and gullet or whatever went into spasm. It was not one for all and all for one. It's about each one fending for themselves. One of the staff came rushing and he pushed the trolley and pushed me as well, saying you have to be inside. Once we went inside, things were calmer. Sorry, I have no videos of those moments. If I filmed anything, I thought the guards might give me a good smack. The flight we booked initially was different, so we ended up paying 1200 AED for extra luggage. The lady at the counter said there's nothing she can do. That was not a time to argue about anything. What annoyed me was that the flight was not even full, so she could have allowed the luggage. Inside the airport, some duty-free shops were open, but not many people were there. The lounge was open, and tax or VAT refund counter was open. Until the plane took off, we were not sure whether we were going to be disembarking and then sent home, or wait in the airport for long periods. I didn't fuss too much about the food they gave us. It was not good. The seats were uncomfortable and the kids were screaming. But the important thing was that the plane took off and the plane did land safely in Manchester around 6:30 a.m. on 8th of March. Everyone applauded. Thanks to our pilots, thanks to the staff, thanks to our luck, we landed safely and came home in one piece. Everything else seems trivial now. So thank you for watching the video. Bye for now.